Good day. So you just launched a website and you're like, it's not showing up on Google. Well, today I'm going to make sure you know the 4 steps it takes to make sure Google knows your site exists so it can start showing up. Hi, I'm Garrett Goodell, owner of G Squared Studio, and I help small businesses grow using the internet through websites and also content creation. Today we're going to be talking about what to do once you launch a website. It can be a little stressful to put a website online and then go Google it, because that's what you want to do right away, and then nothing shows up. You want to make sure you do 4 steps to make sure Google knows your site exists, as well as just help it show up. Okay, so what are those steps, you're probably wondering? Well, step 1 is submitting your website to Google. Step 2 is making sure you have a sitemap set up for your website and you also submit that to Google. Step 3 is making sure you put your website on your Google business profile. And step 4 is promoting your website. So let's dive into each of those. So what you want to do is Google search, because we're going to go to Google. Google Search Console. Boom. That'll bring up Google Search Console tools. If you don't have an account already here, you'll need to log in, but click the Start Now button and get rolling. I'm already logged in, and I'm going to show you my wife's website, Hair by Monica. She's a hairdresser, if you couldn't tell that. And I've done these steps, but I just want to show you where to find them. So the first thing to do is to put in, so for me, I would add the property and then put in the URL. This will take you through the steps. It should be very simple to just click and make sure you submit and put the right information in. It does most of the work for you. Once this is done, then Google now knows this website exists. Once that's done, now you need to, number 2, create a sitemap. This is a pretty easy step, especially if you're using WordPress. You should have Yoast, which is, in my opinion, the best SEO plugin for WordPress. Okay, so you click your Yoast. You then go to settings. That'll bring up this screen here. You scroll all the way down and then you go to XML sitemaps. So click the button here, XML sitemap. That brings up the URL. Copy that URL. Then go over back to Google Search Console. Click sitemaps and then paste in that where it says enter sitemap URL. Once you click submit, it should run through and gather that information and put it in there. What you want to see is exactly what we see here. Status, success. Once that's done, now Google knows the index of your website. It knows the different pages that you have on your website. Those are the 2 main things to make sure Google knows your website exists. Number 3, you should have a Google My Business account. Once you have that Google My Business account, you can then get Google reviews, which is super important. We'll talk about that in a future video. And then number 2, you can upload photos as well, which helps people just get an impression of the work you do. It also, if the more photos you put on there, Google kind of helps boost it. Google's like anything you do in our platform to promote your business, we're gonna know you're dedicated to your business and we're gonna help increase your rankings. So those are a couple things you can do. And then the other thing is you can actually submit what your website is. You can put your hours on there. There's so many things, but this is where you wanna make sure you put your website in there. So then when people search your business, it also makes it easy to find. So let's just search Hair by Monica real quick. Let's search Hair by Monica. Hair by Monica. So right here, see this on the right column? This is her Google My Business profile popping up here. You can book online. She's got that set up. You can see her hours, all that good stuff. You can see some reviews. And then right here, this nice little button, website. You can click that and then it will take you directly to her website. So it's another great way to let Google know you have a website that's currently existing. After that, the last thing to do is to make sure you promote your website. That is putting it out on all your social media platforms. If you have a client list that you send a newsletter out to, informing them of that. If you don't have either of those things, you should probably set up a social media platform, whichever one is going to be the easiest for you to dive in and start using, and put it out to the world that you are running this business and you are open, you are ready for customers. and let them know you have a new website that you've launched. By getting traffic to the website, that also will help Google realize you have a website, and then we'll have it start showing up. So those are the 4 things. Make sure you submit it to Google Search Console, submit your sitemap, set up your sitemap, and then submit it. Then make sure you put it on your Google My Business profile, and then last, make sure you're promoting the website through social media or any other platform that you can. Call people if you need to. From there, there's a lot more you can do to then increase the opportunity that people will see it, but those are the basic things to do to make sure it shows up. When you do these things, I still suggest you don't just go Google your website and hope it shows up. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to process. Google wants to make sure that what you're putting out there is an appropriate website that is truly what you do and is not malware, etc. So it does take 24 or 48 hours before it starts really showing up, or potentially longer. Be patient. But the more you promote it, the more people go to it, the faster that process will happen. Oh, there's one more thing I want to share with you. If you are working with a web developer or web designer, they should do at least 2 of those things they should do 2 of those things for you. They should submit it to Google Search Console for you, and they should also submit the sitemap as well. It's up to you to put it on your Google My Business profile and then promote it as well, unless you're paying them to do those things. So there you go. If you worked with me, do the last 2 steps. I did the first 2 for you. If you're working with a web developer, hopefully the same for you. If you're doing this on your own, make sure you take care of all 4 steps yourself. Again, hope you got value from this video. If you know anyone who might get value from it, feel free to share it with them, or they're about to launch a website, please share it with them. I'm trying to get to 1K by May, so share it with anyone that you think might get value. I hope you have a great day and great success. Excuse me, I have a bit of a thing in my throat. It's not a frog, because who would want a frog in their throat? Where'd that come from? We should look that up.